Hi and welcome to this Key Learning Initiative video. Today's topic is exponents and we're investigating Law 3. Before we get going, please join my channel if you haven't. Otherwise, like and share so that more and more people can watch these videos. So let's get going. We're going to do 3 examples to investigate this law. Let's look at our first example. Example 1. We have 3 squared all to the power of 4. First thing we do is we write it out in full. So that means that I have 3 squared times 3 squared times 3 squared times 3 squared. You see, I've got what is in the bracket 4 times, and they're multiplied by each other. Then, with law 1, if I have the same base, I add my exponents. So, that will give me 3 to the power of 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, now hopefully 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 will give you 8, and that means we have 3 to the power of 8. Example 2. Here we have 5 cubed x squared and all of that to the power of 3. So our first step is to write out what we've got in the bracket 3 times and make sure they're multiplied by each other. So that equals 5 to the power of 3 x squared, 5 cubed x squared, and 5 cubed x squared, and they're all multiplied. Remember, if there's no sign between the brackets, it means multiply. Now, let's look at our 5s. Remember law 1, if our bases are the same and we're multiplying, we add our exponents. So we have 5 to the power of 3 plus 3 plus 3. Now we move on to our x's. So we have x, and remember, when our base is the same, we add our exponents, and so we have 2 plus 2 plus 2. Now we use basic integers, and that gives us 5 to the power of 9 and x to the power of 6. Example 3, and this is a little bit more tricky. Here we have a fraction and it's all cubed. Okay, so what we do is exactly the same. This equals, and we write out what's in the brackets 3 times. If it was squared, we'd only write the brackets twice. If it was to the power of 4, we'd have 4 brackets. Now, let's work with our p's and then our r's. That equals p. Now, if we're working with the top line of the fraction, they're all multiply. Remember, when our bases are the same, we add our exponents, and so we have p to the power of 3 plus 3 plus 3. And that's all the exponents at the top for our p. Now we have to look at the denominator, or the bottom. We've got p to the power of 4, but it's in the denominator, so we're dividing. Now, when our bases are the same and we're dividing, we subtract our exponents, and so we have minus 4 because our p to the 4 is in the denominator, minus 4 minus 4. Take a second to see where I get the plus 3's and the minus 4's. You can match them with the colors. Let's look at the r. Now we have r to the power of 3. Now again in the top row we're multiplying, so it's r to the power of 3 plus 3 plus 3. See where I get all of them? Then in my denominators I have r squared. Again, law 2, when I have similar bases or identical bases and I'm dividing, I subtract my exponents. So I'm dividing by r squared, so it's minus 2 minus 2 and minus 2. Again, take a few seconds just to see where I get my plus 3's and my minus 2's from. Okay, now we can work with our final answer. If we look at our letter P, it's p to the power of 3 plus 3 plus 3, which is 9, minus 4 minus 4 minus 4, which gives us p to the power of negative 3. If I look at my r, I've got 3 plus 3 plus 3, minus 2 minus 2 minus 2, and that gives me r to the power of 3. Now let's take our first two examples and see if we can come up with a law or a pattern so that we can have a bit of a shortcut. So let's go back to example 1 and 2 and let's just work with our answers. So example 1, if I look at my exponents in the question and my exponent in the answer, can I see a pattern? If I look at example 2 and I look at my exponents for my 5 and my answer and my exponents for the x and my answer exponent for the x, can you see a pattern? If you can, brilliant. If you can't see it yet, here's another hint. So example 1, 2 and question mark 4 equals 8. What operation do we put instead of the question mark? Example 2, 3 question mark 3 equals 9 and 2 question mark 3 equals 6. So plus, minus, multiply or divide. Hopefully you can see that 2 times 4 gives you 8, 3 times 3 gives you 9, and 2 times 3 gives you 6. And so that is our law. Let's have a look. When you have a power to a power, keep the base the same and multiply the exponents. I hope that's been helpful. So thank you for watching this key learning initiative on exponents where we've been investigating Law 3. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Remember to share and to like and let more and more people know about the Key Learning Initiative. Have a really good day.